Hi, my name is Hannah and I'll be your social worker.
Hey Hannah, I'm Brooklyn.
Is Brooklyn how you'd like to be addressed?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
awesome. So, how's your day been so far today?
It's been pretty good. I mean, just hanging out, doing homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So over the course of the session, I'm just gonna kind of get to know you. It should take 10 to 12 minutes, and we're just gonna come up with a game plan, kind of see where you are and where we can be before we meet the next session.
Okay.
So everything you tell me will be confidential unless it's something that you're in immediate harm or someone else's.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, I'm good.
Okay, awesome. So I work at Student Services, and we're an organization for high school and college age students just to help them with the different struggles they're facing. So we offer counseling, tutoring, all sorts of services. So after we talk for a few sessions, I can refer you to some of those.
All right.
Okay, awesome. So I normally meet with a client once a week for about 5 weeks, and then after that we can kind of gauge where we are. So I'm going to be just open and honest with you in these sessions, and I hope that you can do the same with me.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So are you comfortable if I take some notes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So what brought you in today?
Well, I'm taking a math class right now, and I'm currently not doing very well. And so I've talked with my parents about it, that I really want to drop the class, but like we're also paying for these hours because I have blocked tuition. And so I want to go take it at Cisco during the summer, but I'm also like working at a leadership camp for the summer as well. So I'm struggling to figure out what I need to do because I don't think I'll be able to bring my grade up to a B.
So what are your parents thinking? You should just stay in the class?
Well, we're trying to figure out if I can take the class at Cisco. So if I can take it, then I can go ahead and go do that and just drop the class before the drop date. But if I can't take it, then I'm going to have to figure out how to bring my grade up.
Okay, but either way, you're still paying for the class.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would have already paid for it because I have blocked tuition. So I pay for so many hours per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the session, we're just focusing on what to do with this, like whether you should continue taking it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, for
awesome.
sure.
So could you tell me a little bit more about like why you're struggling in the class?
Well, for one thing, it's called quantitative reasoning, and so I never had to take stats in high school. I just took like your basic algebra, pre-cal, geometry, all of that, and so I've never had any experience with statistics, and I'm pretty sure everyone else in that class has because like my roommate took AP stats her senior year, and so I just don't have any experience with it, and the teacher doesn't really explain it very well, so that's part of it too.
Right. So you feel like since everyone else had previous experience, it's a little bit harder for you.
Yeah.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
have you met with your professor yet?
I've emailed her a couple of times and was like, hey, I'm not doing very well in this class. Like, what do I need to do? I was like, do I need to get a tutor? Like, do I just need to drop the class? And she just wasn't very helpful at all. She just said that, like, it was too late to get some help before the exam. And so she didn't tell me I needed to drop the class, but she also didn't offer me any help either. So,
Are your like friends and parents supportive of you like dropping it, or they just want whatever's best for you?
my mom and dad are pretty supportive of it. They just want me to be able to pass the class and do well. So,
Have you gone to tutoring or anything for the class yet?
yeah, I've gone one time and it was really helpful, but I'm still struggling in the class and I'm still not raising my grade because of an exam grade because I didn't do very well on the exam.
Have you talked about extra credit or anything?
No, but I know that she doesn't offer it because she said it in her syllabus. So.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question that's going to sound kind of weird, but if you woke up tomorrow and this whole like problem was resolved, what do you think would be different?
I mean, I wouldn't feel as stressed really, and then I wouldn't have to be spending countless hours trying to figure out this math because every week we have 2 assignments, like 2 or 3 assignments, and then we have quizzes over it. And so I'm doing pretty well on the quizzes, but I'm struggling to complete the assignments because, for one, I just don't know how to do it. And then, like, I'm getting some help from my tutor, but it's only for an hour, and so sometimes I need a little bit of extra help, and it's only once a week. And since I have 2 assignments that week, sometimes I don't understand the one on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to wait until Thursday to get that done, and then it's late. So.
Right. Um, so what do you think are some ways that, because you said it's causing you like a lot of stress, just like thinking about it and stuff. Um, what are some ways that you think we could work to like talk through what you should do?
I'm really not sure because like I really enjoy like my tutoring sessions because like they really help me to understand the material.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, like I just don't have enough time to get all of my stuff done, so that makes me fall behind in class. And then I'm staying up until like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get everything done. And so, I mean, that's just causing like sleep, like less sleep, and then I have stress, and then I don't want to get up for classes the next day because I've been up all night trying to do this math that shouldn't be that hard, but it is because it's not a major class.
Right.
So
So it sounds like the class is not only causing you stress, like because of the grades, but it's also keeping you up at night and you're thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
So since your main issue kind of sounds like it's stress, do you think it'd be helpful for you to drop the class since like you won't have to stress out about it anymore? Do you think that'd be a good option?
Yeah, and I've talked with my roommate about it because we have the same class. Like we're in the same one. We get up every morning together. And then I was talking to her about it, and she was like, "Well, you've already spent so many hours in the class. Like, why don't you just stay in it and finish it out?" And I was like, "Well, because I have to make a certain grade to keep my scholarships. And so if I don't have this grade, then I won't be able to keep my scholarships to pay for ACU. So that's part of it. And then, like I said, I've already spent countless hours, so it's just like it would be a waste of time for me to drop the class too."
Okay, so if you dropped out, that would affect your grade negatively?
I don't think so. I don't know
Okay.
if it would count as a grade or not, but
Okay.
I've kind of talked with my advisor about it, and she's really supportive of me going to Cisco over the summer. But I'm also doing that leadership camp. I'm a counselor, and so with that, I'm either going to be a morning counselor or a night counselor. And so if I'm able to take the class, then I'll have to talk with my advisor in the job about it, depending on when the class is.
Do you think it'd be more stressful to handle the class now while you're having to deal with like not enough time to like study and stuff, or more stressful if you have to balance it with the things you're doing this summer?
Probably now, just because like I'll have, if I'm a morning counselor, I'll have the afternoons to myself, and then I won't really like have as much stress. Like I'll have more time to do my stuff since I'm only taking one class during the summer.
Right. So I think that you talking to you, it seems like you kind of know what you think you should do. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Or,
sort of. I'm just like not really sure that like it's what I really need to be doing, especially since like I haven't really weighed my options. I hadn't weighed my options before today.
right.
So I'm just still trying to struggle with that. And I emailed somebody at Cisco, and they said it's not for sure that that class is going to be there this summer. And so if I drop the class now, I'm going to have to take it again sometime. And that's the only math class that they offer. That's the easiest math class they offer here is quantitative reasoning.
Okay. So your advisor, roommate, and mom all have kind of like different opinions on what you should do.
Yeah.
Whose opinion do you think you'd like value the most, or like normally listen
Probably
to?
my mom's. My mom and my advisor.
Okay.
So.
And could you remind me what she's saying about this?
My mom is saying that I probably should drop the class, but they're also paying for the class. So I would only be taking 13 hours after I drop the class, which is enough to keep my scholarships. But I've talked about this with my advisor too, and she pretty much said the same thing, just that I would have enough hours to keep my scholarships, and then I would have less stress with it. But like I said, it's not for sure that that they're gonna have the class this summer at Cisco.
Okay, when are you going to be able to find out if they have the class this summer?
They said mid or late April, but the drop date for the class is April 18th. So that's kind of a struggle.
So you have to make a decision beforehand.
And if they don't offer the class this summer, then I'm out of luck and I have to take it again sometime.
Okay. So it sounds like before then you're just going to have to make a decision on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. So since you value your mom's opinion the most, and talking to you, it seems like, would you say you feel like it'd be less stress if you just went ahead and dropped the class? So what are some ways you think that, let's say you do drop the class, what are some things that you could do to maybe like plan ahead for the summer class? Like, are there other colleges you could take it through?
I know that one of my friends said that I could take it through McMurray, but I haven't applied to McMurray, and so I would have to do a whole other application for them. And I've already taken dual credit classes at Cisco my senior year, so I'm already a student at Cisco pretty much. Like I wouldn't have to apply again.
Okay.
So that's why I was going with Cisco.
Right. So let's try to plan some steps you could take since if you do decide to drop the class to make it easier. So maybe you could go ahead and apply to that college just to have a second option. That way you won't have the stress about after you drop the class about maybe I won't even be able to take it over the summer.
Okay.
Do you think that'd be something that'd be helpful?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that
awesome.
sounds good.
So it definitely sounds like you value everyone's opinions and care about your academic success. So I think that's really awesome. So do you have any more questions?
No, I feel a lot better about it now.
Okay, awesome. So we'll meet again next week, and maybe before then you could fill out that application and we can talk about how you're feeling.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, awesome. It was nice to meet you, Brooklyn.
Nice meeting you too.